As much as I'd like to think myself really smart and totes not like the other consumers, there's still brands that I'm just gonna throw my money at. But then again, there are also brands that I could not give one single fuck about. So I guess it evens out. Balance in all things, like it should be. Hi friends, hi, my name is Mia and this is My Virtual Vanity, a place where we both love makeup and we are quite critical of it. And today we strike the perfect balance between the two because I'm doing a tag. There have been several variations done on this video with brands that inspire me, brands that don't inspire me, top 3s, top 10s, top whatevers. And then Samantha March, who is just an absolute sweetheart, please go check out her channel, created a more concise type of tag with actual clear looks and not a battle royale, everybody does whatever they want. It's very simple. We say 5 brands that inspire us and 5 brands that don't inspire us. So without further ado, if you're interested in hearing the 5 brands that I am very excited about wherever they release something, and then the 5 brands that I think are a complete fucking snooze fest, keep on watching. We're going to start with the salt, because I know you guys love me being salty. It's... what can I say, man? Let the hate flow through you. I never identified as a Sith Lord, but I guess that in this makeup community, I gotta at least be a great Jedi and fuck some shit up.
The dark side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural.
The first one is, I think, a very common answer because as much as this brand is loved, it's also really despised for various reasons, and that brand is Morphe. Let's leave aside how sleazy and scummy Morphe is with how it treats its social media presence and buying off influencers and all of that bullshit. Let's leave that aside for a second. And let's just talk about their releases. Morphe's releases are a constant of huge ass palette with some variation thrown in, and then there's like 90% browns and then a pop of something to keep it interesting. The past couple of years, I feel that only 2 of their big releases have interested me, and that is one of their like greenish sort of purplish palettes, and another one which, imagine, I do not even remember it. I don't even remember what got me excited. That's how much I'm bored with Morphe. Feel Morphe goes volume over quality, so quantity over quality. You get huge ass palettes that you will never finish with duplicates that essentially look the same on the eyes, and yes, they are good for the price, but you could get something so much better for the price and for a much more inspired color scheme. Now, if you love Morphe, if you like that style of huge ass palette, more power to you. But for me, they give me anxiety. Like, they give me choice paralysis. Even the ones that are a bit more inspired, I'm like, fucking curate that shit, guys. Just cut it down, cut the fat down a bit. The second one is one that I actually used to rave about. So how the tables have turned, really. This brand, I used to love, and I still think it's great quality, but they basically wore me down with the sheer volume of product that they put out, to the point where I'm like, another release, fine. Like, I'm not in a rush to buy it, I'm not in a rush to try it, it's just too much. The brand is Makeup Revolution. Last year, they put out 950 products. I got an email with them bragging about it, so I have a hard number. I actually have a screenshot of the email still lying around somewhere. If I find it, I'm gonna put it up here. This year, it seems to be the same. They just won't stop. And I feel that they should at least space out the releases a bit, work a bit on the quality, because honestly their eyeshadow palettes, I feel, have reached a peak of quality last year, at the start of last year, and then it's just been a slow decline, like a like Tom Hardy's playing in Dunkirk. Just, yes, you could argue, yes, but they're still good for the price. Yeah, but they were better earlier. I also feel that they put out the same variation in another packaging across their sister brands, which, okay, I get it, you gotta make money, but still, almost 1,000 products per year is just, I can't get excited over it anymore. Okay, third brand, and this is gonna probably get me a lot of hate, and probably some of you will be like, how dare you, I unsubscribe. Urban Decay. I know you want to click out of the video, but listen. Urban Decay a couple of years ago was at the forefront of innovation and interesting color schemes, and like they were a big player. They really did a lot to change the playing field and makeup with their interesting palettes and nice formula. However, I feel that times have evolved and Urban Decay hasn't. All of the Urban Decay stuff that I got, I feel that the formula isn't all that much better from, say, my ColourPop stuff, which is much cheaper, or drugstore stuff even that I've tried. They left me disappointed that I gave them my money. And considering that interesting color schemes are all of the rage now, their new palettes aren't particularly innovative or interesting. Maybe I feel this way because compared to the other American YouTubers, I got into the makeup game relatively late, and I feel that I started getting into Urban Decay past its peak popularity. I feel that I can get nicer stuff that inspires me more for less of a price. But if you enjoy the product, you do you, boo. Fourth brand is The Balm. The Balm, I heard, has great products, but I just cannot with the fall pin-up-y 50s, 70s type of packaging. I don't really like that part of nostalgia unless it's done in a sense of retrofuturism, like they did with the Fallout game series, for example, where you take that old-timey aesthetic and then add sci-fi elements to it. That's really interesting. And I like the fashion from the period, but overall I don't really subscribe to that kind of nostalgia at all. So the packaging to me just seems, it's meh. It just doesn't inspire me. Their palettes, their color schemes just don't inspire me at all. They put out some really nice neutral palettes, I'll give them that. But, you know, they don't make my heart go. Like, fifth one, it's a bit of like a Schrodinger's interest, where I'm both interested and not interested in them. And that is Milk Makeup. Milk Makeup, I feel their aesthetic doesn't vibe with mine, where I'm more whimsical and colorful and just fantasy-like. Theirs is a very cool girl, sleek, chic type of thing. I'm always interested in what new stuff they come out formula-wise, because the rest of my friends just buzz around in excitement, and then I get secondhand excitement. But I feel that if I were in a void outside of the YouTube to Instagram beauty community, I just wouldn't give a fuck. Because like when I hold a product in my hand, I want it to tell me something. I want it to sing me all of the possibilities of the looks that I could do with it, and Milk Makeup stuff just doesn't. Like, I know they're good, I know they do their job right, but I don't necessarily only want something that just does the job right. I want something that sparks joy in me when I pick it up, that promises me something more than I'll do my job okay. Now that we've sprinkled salt out of the way, let's get on to the positive of this video. And if you've been on my channel for any amount of time, thank you so much for watching this one too. If you're new, hi, welcome. But let's get back to the people that have been here. It will probably come at no surprise the brands that I will mention in this top 5, because I shill them all of the time. Number 1 is Nabla, and I think everybody guessed it. I think everybody that knows me guessed this. I get excited about every single release from Nabla. Their products never failed me. I have all of their palettes. I have a lot of their singles. I want to start trying their complexion products, but I'm kind of waiting on finishing some other stuff so I don't have too much going on at the same time. But I always feel that their packaging in it is inspired, their color schemes are inspired. I know the formula is going to be something that I love and that works well with my makeup style. I just love them so goddamn much. Their duochromes are stunning, their shimmers are stunning, their mattes are stunning. Everything is set to stun. Now on second place, I'm going to cheat and I'm going to put two brands in one because in my head they're kind of like the same thing, same category, and that is Kiko Milano and Pupa Milano. What is it with every Italian-ish brand wanting to be from Milan? Just pick another city, pick Rome, pick Florence, pick Venice, there's plenty. These two brands, for Kiko and Pupa, I'm never excited in their eyeshadow palettes. I could not give a single shit about their eyeshadows mostly. The Pupa singles are interesting, but for the price, they're a bit expensive-ish in Romania, the singles themselves, and they're not very unique colors to my collection, so I just have one or two. For complexion products, and I mean powder complexion products, they really excite me, as well as for lipsticks. I love the formulas of both of these brands. Not interested in any of their like foundations or concealers or anything of the such, but powder, base products, lipsticks, their limited edition stuff is always amazing, with beautiful packaging, with Kiko Milano being more floral and feminine, while Pupa changes it up a bit. One time they'll do floral, another time they'll do edgy and cool, other times they'll do like 70s inspired stuff. I'm always excited to see what new limited edition products these two put out in stores, so yeah, they really excite me. Third brand is another European brand, and that is Zoeva. I feel that Zoeva comes out with stunning palettes. Maybe not the most interesting for a rainbow lover or a very colorful eyeshadow look lover, but their formula is so beautiful, so smooth and creamy. It's just amazing, and not even for the price, even though they are relatively cheap, but it's amazing, period. And I feel that they always do neutrals with a twist. They really do have purely neutral palettes, but their newer releases for the past, I don't know, year and a half, maybe 2 years, there's always something. And half and half I'm excited, half I look at the promo pictures and I'm like, nah, what are you guys doing? It's boring. And then I go and I swatch it and I'm like, you did that, Zoeva. You did that. For example, I roasted their Slice of Life palette until I swatched it in stores, and I noticed that almost all of the shimmers have a slight rose gold type of shift or a pinky shift. I didn't notice that from their promo swatches. I feel that they really do a disservice with how they swatch things. They really should improve on that because their palettes are stunning. And when I want a neutral look that's just not your mama's boring neutrals, that's what I pull for. Just beautiful. I'm always excited for their new releases. The next two will probably be no surprise because everybody and their moms and grandmas and dogs and cats love them on YouTube. The next one is ColourPop. And despite how much I harp on ColourPop for coming out with so much shit all of the time, I gotta admit it that every release is new, is fresh, is interesting, is hype worthy, and the quality is there. I'm always excited for almost everything that they come out with except complexion products because I can't swatch them. But their palettes excite me, their Super Shock shadows excite me, the new singles, the build your own palettes, the cream products, the jelly shadows. They just come out with so much new, but the new never gets stale. And the final brand is Fenty. I feel Fenty is hit or miss, where they'll come out with some stuff that turns out to be whack, for example the Christmas collection, and then they will come out with absolute stunners like their highlighters, their new powders, glosses, the lip products. So I end up mostly not buying everything that I'm excited for from Fenty, but every new release really does interest me. and I'm always curious to see what new complexion products they'll bring out, what new highlighters. I'm really hoping that they'll come out with blushes soon because I am a blush whore and I really want a blush from Fenty. Anyway guys, that's it. As I said, balance is very important. I hope I struck a balance between roasting brands to shit and singing their praises. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave me a thumbs up, but most importantly, share with me in the comments what are your top 5, bottom 5, or your opinions on the brands that I spoke about, or you know, just roasting me for not particularly being excited about Urban Decay, because I know a lot of people love them, but I will not apologize for it, okay? I will not. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a wonderful evening, a morning, whatever it is where you're from. Bye!